Genesis chapter 2 verse 1. Thus saith the Lord God, it is not good that the man should be alone, I will make him an helpmeet for him. Verse 2. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air, and whatsoever creature creepeth upon the earth after his kind, even so it was brought unto Adam to see what he would call it, and whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. Verse 3. And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field, but for Adam there was not found a helpmeet for him. Verse 4. And when the Lord God had made the beast of the earth by pairs, of the fowl also of heaven after his kind, and of every thing wherein the ground brought forth life and moving creature that hath life to be they self after their kind, he said unto Adam, Bring forth thou them unto me. Verse 5. And whatever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof, and as many as Adam called, were the names of all beast, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth. Historical context. During this time period, the concept of creation was closely tied to the mythology of ancient Mesopotamia, where the gods created humans and animals through a series of divine decrees. Verse 6. And when Adam had named them, he brought them unto God, and every beast, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth, came forth before him to see what he would do unto them. Verse 7. And there was not found a helpmeet for Adam in all the land of which was on both sides of the river, so God caused a deep sleep to fall upon him, and when he had slept, he took one of his ribs, and closed up that woman wherein is the rib which God had taken from man. Verse 8. And God brought forth the rib, which God had taken from Adam, and built it, and made the woman, and God brought her unto Adam, and Adam said, This now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man. Verse 9. Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Verse 10. And the rain did not rain in it, therefore hath no herb, nor any tree made to grow thereon, neither hath it bred any fruit of the tree that hath any seed to give fruit after it hath died, but it was desolate and solitary, as though it had never been prepared. Verse 11. And so God created man in his own image, and in the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. Verse 12. And blessed them, and said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and fill the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over every beast that moveth upon the earth, and every fowl of the air, and every creeping thing which creepeth upon the ground. Genesis chapter 3 verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And the serpent said unto the woman, Is it so, that God hath said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Verse 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. Verse 3. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Verse 4. Then the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. Verse 5. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Historical context. The serpent's words are a classic example of ancient wisdom literature, which often featured cunning animals who possessed hidden knowledge. Verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Verse 7. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together, and covered themselves. Verse 8. Then the man and his wife heard the voice of the Lord God as they went in the garden towards the east, and they hid themselves among the trees of the garden. Verse 9. But the tree was not unto them to hide themselves, for Adam had hidden himself from the presence of the Lord among the trees of the garden. Verse 10. And they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and the man, and his wife, hid themselves among the trees of the garden, fearing them. Verse 11. And the Lord God called unto the man, and said unto him, Where art thou? Verse 12. And he said, I was hiding myself because I was naked, so I hid myself. Verse 13. And he said, Who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree, whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? Verse 14. And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me the fruit of the tree, and I did eat. Verse 15. And the Lord God said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. Verse 16. So the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God amongst the trees of the garden, fearing him. Verse 17. And unto Adam he said, Because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree, of which I commanded thee, saying, Thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow thou shalt eat of it all the days of thy life. Verse 18. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. Verse 19. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread till thou return unto the ground, for out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. Verse 20. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Cain, saying, This have gotten me the Lord God, while I was hiding myself. Genesis chapter 4. Verse 1. And when they were grown, Cain talked to Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. Verse 2. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? Verse 3. And the Lord said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. Verse 4. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. Verse 5. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength, a fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. Historical context. The earliest farmers in Mesopotamia, such as those who would have been familiar with Genesis 4, likely experienced struggles to maintain soil fertility and struggled with pests and diseases, making their livelihoods uncertain. Verse 6. And Cain said, Who is he that will know me? And Cain was afraid, and his countenance fell. Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Cain, Wherefore art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? Verse 8. Fear not, be still, and wilt thou prosper. Verse 9. The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. Verse 10. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. Verse 11. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength, a fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. Verse 12.